no matter what I do, I can't get the... Well, I guess I could sit like this, or maybe... Yeah, that's better. Okay, no, it's still going to be a pain. Oh well, you're going to have to deal with my very reflective glasses. Hi guys, Gamer Ninja here, and 27 subscribers? When did this happen? Now, unfortunately, the 25 subscriber special, I won't be able to do that until I get my new computer and have better software to mess with stuff. I might do a simpler 25 subscriber special in this case and save it for another benchmark. But in any case, this is more than just a thank you for everything. This is also another rant, but still, thank you all so much for all the support I've gotten. No, seriously, the 27 subscribers, I honestly didn't think I would get that many. And I certainly didn't think I would retain my subscribers after being AFK for about 2.5 months. But no, seriously, thank you all so much. It really does mean a lot to me that you guys actually like this stuff, despite my admittedly poor video recording software, in spite of my admittedly poor video making skills. I really do appreciate that you guys enjoy this enough that you would actually subscribe. So on to the actual video. I mentioned that I would talk about this in a previous episode, I'm sorry, and that is the argument of Wiretap versus Dark Bribe. And for those of you who don't know what Wiretap does, or what Dark Bribe does, well, Wiretap and Dark Bribe are both counter traps, and they both basically serve a very similar function. Wiretap, you negate the activation of a trap card, and then you send it back into the opponent's deck and they shuffle. Simple, right? Dark Bribe is a bit different. You flat out negate and destroy the trap card or spell card, but then the opponent gets to draw a card. So, Wiretap is considered by many to be safer than Dark Bribe because Dark Bribe gives the opponent a card back. They lose one card, they get one back from the card itself. You're down one, so effectively you, in some cases, are actually going -1. Well, that's not entirely accurate. I mean, it is accurate, but it's not. Wiretap is not as safe as Dark Bribe because it is restricted to only negating other trap cards. Granted, most spell cards, back when Wiretap was really popular, weren't a big enough issue to really care, I guess, is the best way to put it. But now we've got crap running around that where, I'm sorry, we have ritual monsters that basically need their ritual spell, and Dark Bribe lets you get around that. MSTs, people like their back rows now, because people are actually running back row now. And it's a different game. But even back when Wiretap was popular, I still would have probably run Dark Bribe with the knowledge I understand now. Admittedly, I also felt that Wiretap was really strong. Mostly, the strengths of Wiretap are there's no plus for the opponent. They flat out can't use their trap card this turn, and it goes back into the deck where it's probably going to be a dead card for them. Most of the time. There are some exceptions, but most of the time that when they activate that trap card, they need that trap card that turn, or they're gonna fall really behind on the tempo of the game, and you can just use that gap to flat out steamroll through. And honestly, I didn't like giving people cards, and I'll admit it. I was bad, and I thought that Dark Bribe was worse than Wiretap. It also helped that I also sometimes ran the Magic Drain. Yeah, Magic Drain, and that was a lot of fun, but I'll talk about that card later. I think that card has a little bit of potential. Just a little. Not too competitive, but it could work. But Wiretap has going for it is that it's a counter trap that negates other traps, like 7 Tools of the Bandits does, but without a cost to you, and it doesn't benefit the enemy. There's an argument to be made for running it, but bear in mind, Dark Bribe negates spell cards as well, so you can use it for more things. Yes, they get a card out of it. But then, whatever you activate, they flat out lose it. They can't just get it on their next draw and then try to reset the board again, effectively. Dark Bribe basically pushes the issue of you're not playing that card unless you have a way to get it back from the graveyard. And while the draw is a bit of a drawback, no pun intended, it's not enough to make up for the flexibility. Dark Bribe's flexibility gives it a huge edge over Wiretap. Because if you Dark Bribe the right target, that extra card probably isn't going to change a damn thing. I mean, if you're Dark Bribing an MST and they top deck another MST, oh well, they just top decked another MST. That has happened to me and it sucks, but Wiretap wouldn't have even been able to push the issue. So I guess the point is that Dark Bribe is a really strong card, and anyone who says that Wiretap is better probably is wrong. There are very few scenarios where I would prefer to have had a Wiretap over a Dark Bribe. And honestly, I'd much rather just get rid of the problem versus just delaying the problem. Them getting a card, again, an issue. Not too big of an issue if you've been playing the game well, most of the time. If they're really blowing up back row, they're probably pushing for game, and you just stop their game anyway. If they get another card to draw, you were probably going to die next turn unless you were going to OTK them this turn, which really doesn't happen too often, especially in this format. Cards are pretty substantially bulky, so to speak. There's a lot of staying power, a lot of holdouts. Games are slower, it feels like. I don't know if that's just the level that I've been playing around at, but it feels like the meta is slowing down, which means anti-meta is about to become kick-ass again. And I mean ridiculously kick-ass, I hope. But, in any case, there's no reason to run Wiretap over Dark Bribe unless you want a 3.5, I guess, Dark Bribes. So, in any case, I'm the Gamer Ninja, and again, thank you all so much for all of the support. Really, it does mean a ton to me, and I really hope you guys are having a great day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. I'm the Gamer Ninja, and I am out of here.